Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Aries here with another video. Aaron asked me to do one, so I forgot to do it. This video is about sexy women, cosplayers, and others that are very attractive now. Yeah, that's right. The ones that basically won't give you the time of the day, stuck-up snoots that basically think they're all that in a bag of chips that want a guy who's got a 6 or 8 pack, money, car, security, but doesn't want someone poor like myself who's a minister. Now, Aaron has met many overweight women and they all turn him down. He's either got a service dog or something, but this isn't about them in general. This is not about Aaron and dating, or me and dating, me and marriage, or whatever. This has to do mostly with their looks. That's right. This is about sexy women, hot women, and their looks. First of all, my stepfather Roy used to tell me, looks are not everything. He married a woman who was in her 40s, very large, busty. I'm not going to give any names, but her name was Jennifer. And she was a not bad looking woman. She was a little round in the belly, but she had a good heart and a good soul and good mind and a good personality. Now, most of these women nowadays, if you don't have any money or cars, they won't give you the time of day. That's right. Now, some people tell me, since I was in special education and life skills class, that I need to find someone in special ed or life skills, or a retard. My uncle, who married a woman over 25 years ago, they have a child, by the way, and he's disabled too. They're both disabled. They found each other, fell in love, got married. They're happy still. My uncle and aunt, who my uncle brought my aunt over from Japan, they're happy as heck. The bus driver I talked to, he's got a wife who's a Filipino. He's been married 30 plus years. He's happy. My aunt in Texas married my uncle up here, I believe it was. They're happy. So you got all that, and then you got my cousin who just married a Filipino himself. She and him are happy. Now, mind you, some marriages won't last, some will. Longer people in the older generation will last. The ones that have been married like in the 60s or 70s will last. My mother's marriages didn't last. There's reasons, but I'm not going into it. Relationships nowadays is either money, no love, money, security, and no love. And they try to love, but they can't because it's all about finances. Now, this isn't about a lot of things. I'm going to go based off of males, genetic females, and transgendered women. The genetic males sometimes don't want to get married. They want all the sex that they can get, and they hop around from woman to woman, taking care of, but they're a playboy. When they get up there in age, after a long while of sex and happiness, they let their body go, and they say the hell with it. They never get married. Then there's the men that get married to a woman who's a porn star, hot body, sexy, you name it, gorgeous. And guess what happens? They usually get divorced for some reason or another. Then their marriage falls down the crapper. Then you get the women who choose the man who's got the money, the car, and everything else. But they won't choose anyone lower than them that's poor, overweight, has a service dog like Aaron. Then you wonder what's going on with this world. That's right, this world. Yeah, you see the poor people. I mean, I see
incoming message.
Hispanics, Latinos, Hispanics being Mexican, Filipinos, Asians, again, Russians, Europeans. They marry for love. They don't marry because, this person's got security. In America, mostly it's about security. It's not about looks. If you find a girl that you love and they have a good personality, hold on to them. Even if, most women think they can change a man. But a man sometimes, as I was talking about in other videos, want a woman that they can mold them into. Bigger breasts. So get implants, get facial surgery, get this. But eventually they toss them to curb saying they're too high maintenance and they go find someone else. Same thing happens. As I said, the man never gets married, but he's like you, have your breast implants, this, that, and the other. Eventually, what happens? He realizes either A, I wasted my money on these women, or B, he basically said it's better to be single than get married. Then you have to deal with child support, matrimonial, duties. What's that one word? Spousal benefits for if you're married. If you get divorced, you might have to pay alimony. That's right, the word. Because back in the day, women did not work. A lot of male to female transsexuals are the same way. They want a guy that will pamper them, take care of them, sometimes pay for the breast implants, revisions, have them money, let them sit at home, not to work. Nowadays, every woman works that I know of. Every woman. Except for the disabled ones and the elderly. Now, when you get to a certain point, your looks take a dump. That's right. My mom was in her 60s. She was a heavy smoker. Her looks went down the toilet. But when she was in her prime, she was, as the lady, I can't remember her name now, Rose in Titanic. Wasn't I a dish back then, dear? Yes, exactly. But now, I use a profile picture on this channel of a woman in black stockings and her bra. Why? Because I think it's cool. Is it cool? The lady one day, her looks are going to take a dump too, even if she's European, and that's it. Even if she has $500,000 of work over the years to keep her looks up, eventually it's going to be to the point at her age, like Rose's age. Let's just say the Rose in Titanic was like 107, I think, is what they said, 102. She didn't care. She was an older woman, but when she went backwards, she was Kate Winslet. Guess what? Between then and then, let's just say from movie point of view, your looks were great. Back then, they didn't have cosmetic surgery that much. So technically, when cosmetic surgery started taking off, people wanted to keep their youth. You don't keep your youth. Eventually, you age like an old suitcase. Nothing lives forever. For example, my television, 18 years old, took a dump one day. Had to get a 55-inch LCD. That's going to go one day. The computer's going to go, the desktop's going to go, the laptop's going to go. Certain things don't last forever. Games that are online right now, their servers will go down, like the original Call of Duty. Then you can only do campaign mode. Yeah, so think of it that way. Nothing lives forever. Women buys a nice $20 pair of pantyhose, it doesn't last. Shoes don't last, maybe the dog eats it and you get pissed. Some people keep their shoes in good mint condition. Wear them once, put them away. Wear them again, put them again. So, the bottom line is nothing lasts forever. So when you say, oh, well, this or that, you got to look at these models. They might be hot now. You might want to commit adultery with them if you can. But is it really worth it? Their looks are going to go. I mean, one day, me and Aaron were talking about it. He's going to be as old as his dad. He's probably going to look like his dad. And guess what? He's going to be old. He's going to have his dog. He's going to have his books. They're going to take away cigars probably by then. They're going to do a lot of things. They're going to make everything digital download. So he's going to hold on to his DVD collection, his box set collection, his music collection, his hardbound books. Everything's going to go where they're going to save trees by putting it on the Kindle or the iPad, and you got to download the Kindle reader. Everything does not last. Sometimes you can buy books, they'll pull them off the Kindle without you knowing, and then you can't read them again. Music, they can pull music. Once they get everything digital, they can pull off this set and say, oh, this person paid for it 20 years ago, we're just going to pull it now. You lost it. Unless it's in hardbound, hardback, or hard copy, basically on a hard drive that doesn't fail, it's going to fail. The point is everything goes for a reason. Age goes. When you do, you age. You can have facial surgery, like Liz Taylor, to try to look perfect, like she was in Cleopatra, but eventually, you're going to be spending more money to keep your looks. And what is your looks for? Do you think a 60-year-old woman who's had a ton of plastic surgery is going to try to get a 20-year-old guy? Maybe. That's what they call cougars. I don't know what the reverse is for a man chasing a young man chasing an older woman that looks hot, but I've seen Asian women that keep their appearances, look young, use what they need to stay young, no smoking, no this and that. They end up being 70 years old, and they look like they're 20s. Like the lady that played in Rambo, First Blood, Indigenous Kobau. You look at her now, she's still smoking hot. She took care of herself. You can take care of yourself But still, you got to remember you're aging. And when you age, you age. Look at the lady that was in, what do you call it? Tina Turner. 75, she looks pretty damn good for her age. 75. Tells you right there, she took care of herself. Maybe she's had some minor work done, but guess what? She still looks smoking hot for that age. Other people, I can name names, but I'm not going to. But you get the point. Point is, in this video, you got to ask yourself. You might be hot now. Guys might fall over for you because you're gorgeous and hot. But eventually, your looks are going to go. And then when they do, what do you got to say for it, huh? You're just going to have to go and have more cosmetic revisions for your surgeries. Eventually, one day you might be in a nursing home and you won't be having it. Eventually, your face is going to go all the way down to your boobs, and your boobs are going to be hanging down. What do you get out of it? A certain age, men just say the hell with it and let their body go. Women do the same sometimes. They've had cosmetic surgery. Eventually, they say, well, I'm 70 years old, the hell with it. They got to think of their retirement. So if you find someone for love. Not like in this day and age where you look for a trophy wife. Trophy wife. What, 5 or 10 years later, she still might be a trophy wife. Maybe you don't want her to have kids because you want a trophy wife. But eventually her body might round out. She might plump out. And then what? You're going to toss her under the bus and be like, I'm getting me a new Jenny model. Yeah, and what if you're like 60 and you got a Jenny model that's 24? Toss her under the bus when you're 80, when she plumps out. I mean, come on. Relationships are built on love, not looks, not gorgeousness. If a guy just wants you for looks and is willing to pay for the plastic surgery, throw him away. You can find someone better. If a guy falls in love with you, but you don't want them because they're poor, he should just say, away with you. Again, sorry about that. He should say away with you. Throw you to the bus because all you want is money, security, and you want to use your body for your looks. Heck, some guys just want a trophy wife for sex. That's it, plain and simple. So, do you marry for love? Do you marry for looks? Do you marry for love and looks? Do you marry for love, looks, and security? If you marry for love, looks, and security, you're no better than a gold digger. Marry for love and looks, the looks will fade, then you'll be unhappy. If you marry for love because of their personality, then you're fine. So, ask yourself, where's the world going to nowadays? One of these days, Jesus will return. He'll fix things. But in the meantime, we got to see everything go down the toilet. Paul prophesies that in Romans, Ephesians, Galatians, and Timothy 2. That said, I can give you Bible quotes later if you wish. Please leave suggestions, feedback, and comments. Thank you, and may God bless the world.